A's Extra.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Almost time for game 19 of the Cape League season. Chatham hosts Falmouth, third of 4 meetings between the A's and Commodores this season. It's time for the Manager's Show with Chatham skipper Dennis Cook. I'm Jake Klein. Dennis, you fall 6-1 in Harwich last night. What'd you take away from that one?
Didn't pitch great. Didn't string enough hits together to get any offensive pressure. Gave up a big 3-run homer with open base and an offensive count. So just mistakes. They made us pay for them.
What did you see in Mason Bixby in his first start of the year?
I think he didn't throw great. I think he would tell you the same. He just needs to get out there and keep getting on the mound and pitching and getting some innings under his belt and get comfortable back on the mound again.
Only twice did you have multiple base runners on at the same time. What was the difference between this past week plus of offense and then what happened last night?
They just made pitches when we get a hit or a walk, and then they made pitches to get us out, a couple double play balls. We just, like I said, we just couldn't string anything together.
Chatham does lead the league in double plays hit into. Do you think there's anything to that?
No, I don't. Just, what can you say? Hopefully they're hitting them hard, but if it's right at them, what can you do about it?
Chatting with Dennis Cook on the Manager's Show before the A's take on the Falmouth Commodores. Dennis, tonight against Falmouth, you turn to Caden Smith on the mound. He gets his first start of the year. What have you seen from him in his previous appearances?
Caden has a really good curveball. It's probably his best pitch. Fastball is good too. He just needs to learn how to use his stuff a little bit better. How to use his pitches and set other pitches up. He did a good job. Jay talked to him about it the other day when we were in Brewster towards the end there, and he made a couple adjustments, and I thought he got a lot better.
What has Jay Powell, your former Major League teammate, brought to this staff?
Well, he's a good pitching guy. He can explain to these guys the importance of holding runners and mixing their pitches and how to set up their pitches and how to set up hitters and just all those things that these kids need to learn.
Dennis Cook on the Manager's Show. A's taking on the Falmouth Commodores. Dennis, I want to go big picture for a second. Coming up on MLB draft time, what is this next stretch of the Cape League season going to look like?
I like where we're at offensively. We got Roman Martin in today, who is going to really help us. Ashton Larson's starting to swing the bat a little bit better. Cade Arabidi's starting to swing a little bit better. So, I feel pretty good about our offense. Pitching-wise, it's going to be a crapshoot. We're just going to see who goes home and who stays. So we've been working on it all day, making sure we got a backup plan. Ideally, we'd like to keep most of our guys that are here so we can help them get better. But if they leave, then we'll wish them well, and we'll bring in somebody else that can do the job.
What does the process look like of finding backup plans and more players to come in midsummer?
Lots of phone calls. Lots of phone calls to coaches, agents, kids. It's hard to find them this time of year because a lot of them are shut down, waiting for fall ball. But the fall league is going to end when the draft starts, so hopefully we can pick a couple of kids up out of the draft league that have been pitching and ready to go.
Meanwhile, what are conversations like with guys who are already here in Chatham trying to get them to stay?
Well, I'm not going to beg anybody to stay. If they want to get better, they'll stay. And I've pretty much told them the same thing. It's a great opportunity to be here and be able to work under Jay. Jay's going to help them a ton. They're going to get innings. A lot of them don't have very many innings, and there's no reason to go home at all if you're planning on going to another school or go back to the school you're trying to win a job with 15 or 20 innings under your belt for a whole season. Doesn't make sense to me.
That's Dennis Cook on the Manager's Show. Chatham and Falmouth coming up. Dennis, thanks for the time.
Thank you.